ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, someone asked me what I thought of the Grote guitar, or the Grote semi-hollow. I'd never heard of a Grote before. That sounded to me like that tree thing on, was it Guardians of the Galaxy? I am Groot, whatever it is. I'm fixing to straighten the microphone up here. I've got a strange microphone set tonight, but I just kind of want you to hear what this sounds like coming out of the amp. So this is the Grote. You see the name on the headstock there, Grote guitar, or Grote. I have no idea what it is. I'm going to play it a little bit, then I'm going to talk about it. I'm talking about some pros and cons of this guitar. The thing that's really unbelievable about this guitar is this is a really pretty dang nice semi-hollow guitar for like $150, $159. I didn't think you could find one cheaper than the Oscar Schmidt, however you want to say it. But the OE 30s, that would have the Delta Kings, what I've been playing as far as a cheap guitar goes. Then of course to me, the next level up from that is the Ibanez AS53, AS73. But so what can you get for $159, or maybe it's less than that? I honestly can't remember. I just went out and bought one to try this out. So I'm going to give you some different sounds. First, that was an overdriven sound. And I'm playing through this little Fender Frontman Generation 1 back here. Not Fender Frontman, Fender Mustang 1. I figure here again, if you're getting an economy guitar, you'll probably have an economy amp too. So I'm going to let you know. We'll play through some of these sounds. Here's maybe a little bit cleaner. Let's see. I'm on the front pickup right now. So listen to the kind of jazzy sound you get here. Pickup sounds like. A lot more bite. In between. The tone pulled back a little bit. Still in the in-between position. Now let's go to the front pickup again. Treble pickup. How the tone knobs work? Really nice. Here's some overdrive now. So it's strange. A lot of the high gain sounds, yo, hello, 1, 2. A lot of the high gain sounds feed back. But for some reason this one's not. This one's like a British 80s sound. So let's talk about the guitar for a minute. Okay, so I got the guitar. I pulled it out of the box. It was not packed particularly crazily well, but it was packed okay. In shipping, there was no damage, no blemishes on it or anything. Check out the wood, check out the finish. It's a beautiful guitar. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Check that out. You can see the details on it, and I mean, I don't know if it's mother of pearl or not. I guess it's mother of plastic, but it sure feels good. The little inlays here. The Grote emblem on top is pretty. It's got a rainbow kind of sheen to it. There's no fret sprout for the most part, just a little bit of edge on there. And that's to be expected even with a really quality guitar. After a little bit of time, the wood sort of retracts just a little bit and you have a little bit of edge. I can just barely feel it. Let me tell you this. I'm going to hold this up toward the camera and let you look down the line of the neck there. I'm here to tell you, this was and pretty much still is one of the straightest necks I've ever seen. I had to put a little bit of relief on it. You can see I have done that maybe, if you look down the line of the neck there. It was almost too low, and let me tell you so pros and cons of it. Let's go step by step. When I got it, the pickup was too high, and you can only lower this thing so much. When you get pretty close down here holding down your high frets, you don't have much clearance between that pickup, that front pickup, and your string. And so I was getting string buzz, and I was trying to figure, where in the world is string buzz coming from? The frets didn't look high, the neck looked nice and straight. I thought I had the right kind of relief on it when I trussed it. But what it was the pickup. And so the pickup was sticking up a little bit, and I had to screw it down there as far as I could. I was afraid I was going to have to take the pickup out and route underneath it to make it go down a little lower. And the thing I noticed is, like on my other guitars, this is a bit lower. This space between the body and the top up here of the neck. On the other guitars I have, it sets a little higher. So this neck is mounted really low into the body. But look, it's glued in there really well. I mean, do you see any problem with the seam or anything on that? With the, I mean, I'm hoping you're seeing this well. I didn't see any problem at all with. I don't. I think it's just a beautiful piece of wood, all of it, and. I like the way the tone and volume controls work. They're very smooth and very nice. I mean, this is a little cheesy here, but what do you expect? What do I think of the pickups? The pickups are good at low to medium gain. Certain amp settings, very high gain amp settings, squeal. And so this guitar feeds back pretty bad. I mean, almost as bad, or as bad, I think, as a hollow body guitar. And it's semi-hollow. You can see your wood block in there. It should handle that better. But then again, that's not, for people who buy guitars like this, I think you're into overdrive, you're into some distortion, stuff like that. This guitar will work for that. It will have you can do some nasty sounds with it. But mostly it's made for, I think, jazz and blues and country and into classic rock probably, but not for metal. I would not consider this a metal type guitar, although it plays really well. This action, if I made this action lower, it might honestly be touching that pickup, so I can't make it any lower, but it's plenty low as I like to play. You can see here, there's not much. I'd say the 12th fret, I've got 2.5 millimeters on the top string, and on the bottom string here, maybe 2 millimeters, or maybe less than that. So it plays very fast. The neck is super nice. The tuners stay in tune better than I thought they would. If there was one fault on this guitar when I bought it, and I still haven't changed it yet, I think that nut is not quite cut deep enough. And I think I could take and actually improve the playability of this just by maybe filing out the nut just a little bit. So you might think, like when I press, I'm playing an open E or something, I press down to the F note here, I can see I'm stretching the string down a little bit because the nut is high, but it's not super high. And one of the things I thought I might do with this guitar is use it for slide. It has been a long time since I played slide, but I've got 10 gauge strings. I always play 9 to 42s. I think these are 10 to 46 or something like that, or 48. It came with a nice set of strings on it. The bridge is nice. I don't know what not to like about it, except that it, like I say, it came set up poorly. It probably took me 30-40 minutes to get the intonation set just right. So it did not come spot on out of the box. If you're buying this as a guitar for let's say you got a young person or something as a Christmas present, they're into jazz or blues or something like that, classic rock, they might really like this guitar, but be sure to take it somewhere and get it set up. This, after some work, I'll be honest, I spent, like I say, all together, trussing it, sinking the pickup in, working on the intonation, and just messing around with it. I probably spent an hour and 15-20 minutes. And I was frustrated with it the night that I got it. And I thought, what a beautiful guitar, but this just doesn't play like I want it to play. And a strange thing happened. I just let it sit for a week. And when I picked it back up, all the things I'd tried to do seemed to have settled in a little. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I picked it up and said, dang, this thing plays better than I thought it did. And it actually plays great. And so for $159, it's almost unbelievable. It's a handsome guitar. That's a pretty color. Of course, made in China. You can see the little sticker right there, made in China. And I like it. It's a keeper. And okay, the other thing I like, because I'll throw this in at the end, it's really nice. The OE30, which is my favorite, still my favorite cheap hollow body guitar. It's just a great guitar, OE30, yes. The one called the Delta King. The problem is you can't play past the G pentatonic, the G minor pentatonic right here. You can't reach below the body joins up in here rather than down in here. At least with this one, I like to play a lot in C major and in A minor, and so you're going to want to reach this pentatonic down here. Okay, I'm not playing it well right now, but you know what I'm talking about. This down here on the whatever fret that is, 15th, 17th fret. With this one, you can reach it. Okay, so how would I rate this guitar compared to other guitars? So my favorite one probably that's affordable guitar is the Ibanez AS73. Now this is a $400 plus guitar, and it's great. To me, it's the superior guitar as far as playability goes. But this is not far behind it, folks. This would be, if I were to give the AS73 for an economy guitar about a 9.5, and I would give this about probably an 8, 8.5, something like that. It is not bad. You may have to do some work on it. I would think most people will want to put new tuners on it at some point. But like I say, after I tightened up the screws on the ends, after I got the strings sort of settled in, it played great. I will say this, I could not even get the things to slide here for the intonation until I'm not trying to push this stuff, but this is good stuff. This is the string tone stuff. The guy sent me this for free. I've done a review already on it. And I sprayed string tone, guitar string, micro thin, flex film, conditioning lubricant, long name. I sprayed it on this, and then everything just turned like a charm. So I do like that stuff. It's good lubricant. Pickups, like I say, a little squawky, but darn it, for blues and for classic rock and jazz, that's not bad. The neck is superb. Superb, my friends. That is a nice neck on the guitar. Yeah. Pretty good job, you folks in China. You continually amaze me. Just amaze me at the quality of work you're doing. That's a guitar that I would have figured in my youth I would have paid $600 or $700 for. And yeah, I would say if you're going to buy one to improve it, you'd want to put tuners, ultimately probably new pickups in it. You probably would choose to do that. Maybe something that can handle the high gain a little bit better, because these just don't seem to like high gain. But here again, with me, it's not a problem. I'm not a kind of guy trying to play metal and stuff. I'm not trying to just oversaturate my guitar with distortions and stuff. I like some crunch, and this one will let you do the crunch. It's good. I like the pickups it has in there. I say this, when you dial them back, when you dial the volume back a little, they sound great. And you know, you can go from that really, if you're the kind of person that uses your tone and volume knobs, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like what you get there. It doesn't seem to be bad electronics at all. And it's really finished very nicely. You know, if you have a Grote, tell me, first of all, tell me if I'm saying that wrong, but if you have one, tell me if you think I've been fair about this guitar. It gets very high marks on Amazon, and like I say, you'll get it. You might be frustrated with it first, work on it a little bit, give it some time, and it'll become one of your really cool go-to guitars. Peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like.